for those who really don't understand what having a license entails, what is that? What all falls under the umbrella of having that license, and how did you obtain it?
It was a long process. It took about 7, maybe 8 years to go through the whole process. When I got home from prison and I started seeing all of these dispensaries everywhere, and I also noticed that there was no blacks that owned dispensaries. And I saw most of the people going to the stores were black, and I wondered why. Why no black had a dispensary? Why was it only white and others who were able to sell marijuana? So I started doing my research. I went to city council. I started talking to them, and I met with the city council president, Herb Wesson, at the time, and we talked about it, and he informed me that there was going to be a new law that was going to be coming, and it was going to be going recreational, and when that happened, that they were going to give out more licenses. And he also said that if anybody in the city had a license, he felt that I should have one, and that kind of stuck in my head that I should have a license, that I should be entitled to one. And I just started working from there. I started going to all the meetings that they had about marijuana. I started talking to everybody that had any knowledge about how to get a license. I started talking to them, and eventually, when the law passed, I helped pass the law. I also went to the city and the state to argue that convicted felons should be allowed to have a marijuana license as well. And if they were allowed to get a license and they never paid back their debt to society, how could society deny somebody who at least paid a debt back to society for the same thing that the people who now had licenses who had never been to jail? I thought it was hypocritical to practice it, to practice the law that way, and I argued that to the city and the state, and eventually we were able to get them to convince them that convicted felons should be allowed to have a license to a certain extent. There are certain felonies that will make you ineligible to get a license. Violent crimes, child molestation. I'm not sure everything it is, but I know those two for sure. You must be out of jail 5 years without getting in trouble.
How did you help them to get the law passed? Because I know you said you helped that to move along.
Well, we marched on the city. A group of us marched to the city, and the city allowed us to sit down and help draft the laws.
Okay.
But you got to remember, the people who were running these cities, they never smoked marijuana. They never sold marijuana. So how would they know how to deal with marijuana?
Right.
And we felt that they did.
Okay, dope. A lot of people say that the license is expensive. How expensive is it?
Each state is different. And in California, each city is different. In California, each city is allowed to make their own fees for what the licenses cost. And each state is allowed to make their own licenses. So it really boils down to what the city representative or the state representatives decide that the fees are going to be. What we tell everybody is that they should go down and talk to their representatives, because the representatives work for the people.
Absolutely.
And not the other way around. But sometimes people get it mixed up, and they think that the representatives are the ones, and that the people should do what the politicians say.
Right. Do you care to tell the public how much your license is?
How much it cost?
Uh-huh.
Well, mine cost $10,000 for
Okay,
the
and that's
city,
for like LA County,
LA City.
LA City. Yeah.
But some cities are different. You know, I've heard cities charging $100,000. Say, for instance, if you want to get a license in Florida, which is ridiculous, you have to have $23 million in the bank. I got two brands right now, LA Kingpin and Freeway.
Okay, and you said those brands will be making it to a lot of distributors in the near future, right?
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm in. I think I'm in 2 states, maybe 3. But I'm also working on Arizona, Ohio, and Chicago as well right now.
And your two brands consist of what again, so I could let the readers know, make sure they know.
Oh, marijuana, uh, pre-rolls, wax, shatter, vape cartridges, and I'm also working on an edible line right now.